Well, I've been doing it all day. I must have done about 550 interviews today so far.
Live. All right.
550, baby. All right. Go ahead. Move a
This is
little
the
more
Naked Cowboy. What's your real name?
Robert Kaufman. C as in Charlie, O as in Oscar, F as in Frank, F as in Frank, M-A-N. Last name. Robert Kaufman. C-O-F-F-M-A-N.
And you're in Times Square all the time performing, and you're a big Donald Trump supporter. What is it about Mr. Trump?
Well, I've been thinking about this question a lot lately because over the past few days, interviewers have I've been interviewed on the same topic, and usually that's the first question that people ask me. And so I've reduced to the most common denominator, and what I would say is that Donald Trump is the voice of the people. That's what separates him from the rest, as opposed to being the voice of establishment politics. You know, which establishment politics won't tell you that. They won't tell you that, hey, how you doing? I'm the voice of establishment politics. Instead, they'll tell you everything that they think you want to hear, and then they say, we'll see you in 4 years from now. But Donald Trump, on the other hand, I believe does he does represent the voice of the people, the closest thing to it.
Have you ever met Mr. Trump?
You know, it's funny you should ask. Unrelated to anything that's going on in the current zeitgeist, in a time when perhaps you hadn't even been born. You had not even been born, perhaps. I myself, who are currently 51 years old, I am right now, I met Donald Trump when I was about 16 years old in the Trump casinos in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and I shook his hand. And then guess what? Today, I also shook the hand of Donald Trump Jr. and Jeff Sessions.
Very nice.
At Trump Plaza.
What did they say to you?
Oh, we were very brief. We didn't get into any politics like we are, you and I, right now. But they both seemed to be in very much of a rush, but they were appreciative, I think.
What's the major issue for you in the campaign? Is it the wall? Is it health care? Heard you singing before. You brought up Obamacare. What's the main issue for you?
For me personally, all of the above, by the way, are all important issues for me. But first and foremost would be reducing the corporate taxes from 35% down to 15%. I believe this is a good idea to try to siphon business back into America, to try to ease the fears that I believe exist in the lower run all the way up to the higher run of business with regard to their willingness to invest money into the United States of America, including and not limited to the removal of unnecessary regulations on corporations as well. I think between the two of them, the taxation and the regulations is destroying what this country could otherwise be if people could be free to capitalize and make money, not only, but make jobs for people.
Right.
People need jobs. They need jobs.
Well, we were talking about that earlier. There's a strain on the economy to bring up the corporate tax, which we didn't get into, but bringing the corporate tax down to 15 will encourage small businesses. I mean, I know a lot of small business owners.
Yes.
That'll encourage them to hire more workers.
Correct.
And then that'll put into the economy.
Yeah, there's an overall lifting of this fear that I think that weighs down like an albatross hanging on the backs of all the way from smaller businesses all the way up to middle. I think gigantic big corporations seem to be immune from this problem. In fact, maybe they even flourish in the current environment for whatever reason. Maybe because as their competition disintegrates, they monopolize the marketplace. So they like to see small businesses collapse because then everything falls. Like, for example, you see this business here? HudsonHair.com. This is a hair salon that I run in New York.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask you, what's your actual day job?
Yeah, in the state of in Secaucus, New Jersey. It's a result of a family business that's been ongoing for years. But I can report to you that some of our biggest competition nowadays, I imagine, I wouldn't even consider it competition. But anyway, it comes from the corporate derived entities known as like supercuts and stuff. So, and just so everybody knows, those kind of businesses, they make their money off of trying to strong arm their clients into buying shampoo, conditioner, and hairspray on the way out the door because they don't even purport to try to make money on the service quality because there is none. They hire people directly out of beauty school that have no idea what to do. So in my case, I only employ people that are minimal 10 years experience in the business, and I stick to the grassroots. I don't have any telephones in my business anymore. Our clients book their appointments online. I'm making use of information technology to run the business, and we don't even could care less about selling hair products.
Now, what are the regulations like in that type of business? Because, I mean, I know small business
Minimal.
owners, and you have minimal regulations?
In the
Okay.
hair business, yes, but not in other businesses.
Yeah.
Like automotive field, for example, those.
Finance, especially.
Oh yeah, because I'm an auto mechanic by trade, and also have worked in an engineering capacity for experimental combustion engine company in the past. So that was my passion, was to because I'm the descendant of the industrialized revolution in America. So my grandparents and great grandparents, they knew how if their car broke down on the side of the highway, they got out and they would change the change the bearings. They would drop the oil pan and change the bearings on the side of the highway and put everything back together again and drive the goddamn car home. You know what I mean? A lot different than today. You know what I mean? But I'm quite inclined to be the same way. You know, I fix things when they break.
And you're hoping Mr. Trump will fix the country, obviously.
Yes.
Do you show up to work like this?
In the hair business?
Yes.
In this garb?
In
No.
the naked cowboy.
No, because it would serve no purpose.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I might show up in a full length fur, which I wish I had with me right now. It's a little chilly out here.
Are you married or have a girlfriend?
I'm married. My wife is from Japan. Her name is Sachiko.
And she approves of this?
She does.
She does, okay. Just a question. What do you mean do in the winter when it gets cold?
Eat a high calorie intake.
All right, you guys want to hear her perform for us?
Sure. I can perform for
You
you.
want to hear a performer? Or why do you perform?
We'll do a little Trump material.
All right, let's do it.
Trump's going to take unnecessary regulations off the backs of American corporations. That sounds like a good idea to me. Take those 35% corporate taxes down to 15%. That sounds like a good idea to me. Scrap Obamacare. It don't work. It ain't fair. Sounds like a good idea to me. So vote for Donald Trump, my friend, and make America great again. Sounds like a good idea to me. Vote for Donald Trump, everybody.
There you go, the naked cowboy. I'll talk to you in a little bit.